Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. I know that I don't really need to record again, but I'm going to. However, unfortunately, Yuri's event ends tonight, and it's a coincidence, I know, but my brain had to taunt me about it ending tonight. Just to remind me of when Yuri's event ends. Just to taunt me about it. Because my brain has to do it, obviously. It has to taunt me over a pure coincidence. But it's painful. Can at least have a happy ending, though. Please? Please, come on. I'm in pain. Not even the good kind. Maybe like, what is the good... Dude, listen. Yuri, you stay over there. I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to destroy you just yet. Dr. Crowder, I'm not really that interested in killing this guy. But he's here. He's away from the gate, and we know that I cannot go 24 hours without seeing who's here, and I have to deal with them immediately. Well, I sort of went 24 hours, but we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that, okay? Because there are very important reasons for doing so. I'm going to go into ranks, and I'm going to get the duel rewards. I'm going to duel 3 times, and then in the next video, I'm going to start dueling Yuri over and over and over. And now, obviously, I don't know how many times that'll be, but I'm going to record all of it. Yes, all of it. I'd like to have fun before I suffer. Yes, that's right, before I suffer. And it's going to be so painful. So very painful. But if there's a happy ending, at the very least, I won't have to scream. Or will I scream anyway? I don't really know. Actually, considering the coincidence, I can just log in first thing tomorrow and scream as loud as I possibly can. Yeah, I don't think anyone would appreciate that, considering I already provided advance warning, but advance warning doesn't really mean anything unless, well, you know. But apparently screaming is fun. Because so is being loud, but I know someone out there wouldn't really appreciate me screaming without... Yeah, sure. Well, if something awful happens, too bad. You did not let me win. You just don't like that you lost. Okay. I found something on the ground again. Who keeps doing that? Who's littering? Anyway, I know I have to save my gems, but it's hard. At least this time there's a point to it, though. Maybe like, what point? Well, my gems don't expire before... whatever. I don't really want to discuss this. I don't think I should discuss it. I think it would be terrible. It might be a bad omen. What do I mean by bad omen? Oh, well, I don't really want to talk about it, because you see, if I say it... No, I just don't feel like it. No. No. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to go insane just yet, but, you know, something has to give after a while, you know? If you go through enough shit, you'll eventually snap. At least I won't kill anyone if I do, though. And don't worry, no one will die if I snap. Although I don't think anyone would appreciate if I did snap. No one would appreciate it. It might even be one of the worst things to see. Well, yeah, probably, but... I mean, unfortunately, things are what they are. And my limit is my limit. And do you want to know what my limit is? A dictator. Do you think I can handle living under a dictatorship? Do you think I can handle that? No. And some people may be like, but what if there isn't one? And what if you're worrying for no reason? Alright, listen. I've got my own opinions on the subject, but I really don't think we should re-elect someone that, well, you know. You did that for a reason, didn't you? What do you do? Okay, you know what? Oh, screw you. Alright. Okay, listen. I know it may not be necessarily that we're all screwed if Trump wins again. Okay, I got it. But I don't really want him back into office because what if he doesn't leave this time? Well, okay. To be fair, I'm not really sure if he gets a choice in the matter because the man is very, very old. And I'm sorry, guys, but we are not an immortal species. I mean, we may want to be, but we're not. And who exactly is going to invent age-extending technology right before Trump dies? I mean, I'm sorry, but we're still not an immortal. Listen, we all die, okay? I don't get to control that. And I also don't get to control Trump's age. He's very old, okay? I don't think that card can be destroyed by card effects. But that card can be used to fusion summon, I think. Oh yes, that card can be used to fusion summon. Oh really? Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Me just being over here being a complete smartass. I mean seriously, it would be terrifying. We don't want Trump re-elected, okay? If he wins, I may not lose my sanity immediately. It may survive for a number of months afterward. I might even be able to have my birthday first. But that doesn't mean it should happen. And even if he does leave, that doesn't mean he won't cause damage first. Honestly. I mean, my dad thinks we'll be fine. It'll just be a step back in human rights. Meanwhile, how far back are we talking here, though? Are we talking 100 years ago? 500 years ago? 1,000 years ago? Over that? Okay, a step back in human rights doesn't mean a step back in technology. Okay, I got it. But I am over here skeptical that we can just be like, okay, yeah, it sucks, but we'll live. Okay, yeah, of course we'll live, but will it be a good life? And okay, some of you might be like, but it's not necessarily going to kill. Dude, do you really think anyone wants to? I'm not going to say that we'll all be fine if Trump wins, because some people are panicking out of their freaking mind, and who knows what will happen if it does occur. By the way, he does seem like someone that wants to be a dictator, because, I mean, if you were asking me, he seems like he's going to be arrested if he loses. So who has the incentive to leave the office if he will be arrested afterward? I really don't think so. But if we're going to go off on a limb here and guess who would survive a second presidency, I think Trump would potentially survive another one. I think he would probably live through a second term. If it's possible. I mean, he is getting up there, trust me. But I don't think Biden would live through a second term. That's just because his health already seems to be deteriorating enough. Although some people can say the same about Trump, but that seems to be on a different scale. And you might be like, what kind of scale? Do you really think I want to pay attention to everything going on in Trump's life? Do you really think I want to pay attention to that when Trump... The election is tomorrow, which is also not something I want to think about, although Yuri is right here to remind me, because he doesn't want me to ignore him, apparently. I'm going to... Alright, you know what? Fair. That mission does exist. Though, if you ask me, this player probably doesn't care. They were probably going to spend resources on this deck anyway. Seriously. Meanwhile, I will not use resources on Yuri's deck right now. Maybe someday in the future, but not right now. I'm saving for someone else. Someone that won't drive me insane. You know, because... You know, I like how I came into range and I said I'm going to duel Yuri later. And I'm like, stay over there. Or do you really think he likes listening to people? He clearly doesn't. I mean, seriously, just look at this. And when he wants to duel you, you are forced into doing it. You don't get to reject his request. Alright, fine, but seriously. I don't want a one-sided bloodbath, do you? Is that interesting? Well, you said it wasn't, so seriously, why did you come over here? I mean, we know outside of Duel Links that Konami, well, just released Yuri, and that's probably one of the reasons that the player decided to play as Yuri. But, I mean, I'm asking, for content purposes, why Yuri would come over here if he thinks that dueling me is just so easy and so boring. I mean, I do think he was calling me out just a bit. Dude, let me read your damn card. Once returned, click a fetch, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, place one predator counter on it, and if it... Oh? You want to do what? You want to do what? Okay, really? Really? No. Screw you. Screw you and your counters! Oh, I got rid of super polymerization. Good, because mine is better. Yeah, mine is better. I don't know how easily I can defend that. I mean, is it better? I mean, Yuri seems to be less restricted on how to use it. Meanwhile, I obviously... honestly. Okay, we know a lot of things, don't we? Like, for instance, I am not switching decks. So, I do not have any incentive beyond the fact that Zane keeps kicking my ass. Yeah, Zane keeps destroying me, but I can update his deck later. Does not negate effects. Main target. You know how I feel about this, Yuri? I want to destroy you just as much as you want to destroy me. And a one-sided bloodbath doesn't mean I won't at least try first. I am going to destroy you. If I can, I will. But dude, I saw what you just did. Okay, you succeeded at special summoning a monster. Alright, you also succeeded at a number of other things. Now, would you mind if... Actually, I think you mind in a lot of ways, to be fair. You mind, don't you? You mind in so many variety of ways that I really don't want to think about it. But you really are very, very impatient. I mean, you are bored, right? I mean, clearly I'm not the best opponent for you, because you're not exactly getting much of a challenge out of this, are you? Well, I'd like to think that I can be more of a challenge than this, but clearly right now that just isn't happening. That just isn't happening right now, dear Lord. Alright, well, continue. It's still your turn. Uh-huh. You might be wondering why I used that card. What's the point? Well, if my opponent doesn't have a sense of humor, that's his problem, not mine. I can use anything I want. It doesn't matter. If the duel's over, and I know that, time to be as stupid as possible. And again, if my opponent doesn't have a sense of humor, that's not my fault. Okay, alright. Time for, let's see, I think that... Hold on. Let me look at the duel log. I did just duel someone before, Yuri, right? Or was that the first duel and I just didn't know? Hold on. Okay, yeah, I dueled Yuzu. Okay, last duel, I said I would duel 3 times in ranked. I just hope this isn't Zane, or Kite, or Mazar, or any number of other people I don't feel like dueling. And Yuri, you can wait over there, because I will be over there to kick your ass in the next video. Obviously, it didn't happen in this one. I'm not particularly interested in dueling Yugo either. Oh, I see. Why did you show up here? I mean, I really do not feel like dueling you, of all people, at the moment. Because why? You steal my monsters. And I mean, I know other people do it too, but seriously. I have to do something for content, okay? I can't forget that time I said I might potentially side with the AI uprising, even though I took it back. But maybe Varus has decided that I'm not so human, so he's going to take me out because he thinks I'm a threat to humanity. Which, how exactly? I'm not sure, but he did seem to be thinking about it when he spoke to me last. You may be wondering, what are you talking about? You know, that tag duel tournament, where he was still pondering if I'm actually human or not. Dude, do I need to show you guys that again? Because he was seriously contemplating if I'm human. It was very weird, I know. But Google kept asking me to prove my humanity once, back when I went through their search results so quickly that they're like, a human can't do this. Some of those links were visited, Google. You had that information on file when you asked me to prove my humanity. And I don't have to prove my humanity, because obviously I'm human. You guys don't have any doubts about this, so I don't know why Varus does. Yeah, that's really the best that I've got. But he decided I'm not human enough, so I must be stopped. Oh, really? From doing what? Like, what does he think I'm going to do? Are you going to synchro summon? Actually, I don't think you had the materials for that. Unless that's it. Yeah, you don't have the materials for that because weak monsters don't have levels. Alright, let me guess. You're going to special summon something. You're going to exceed summon. You're going to... Alright, sure. I mean, we know you do all sorts of shit. Alright, have at it. I mean, it is your turn. So, do whatever. I mean, it's not like I'm doing a very good job of stopping you. Oh shit, now he's exceed summoning. Oh shit. Do you know what I don't feel like dueling Mazar or Kite translates to? It means I don't want to see their exceed monsters. And you are exceed summoning one of their monsters. Probably Kite. One of them. Oh. Actually, you're link summoning instead. How did I not pay attention to that? Well, you have to understand, your monsters were level 8. How was I supposed to know? I mean, seriously, you could have done that. I mean, I can just look at your extra deck and see if those monsters are in there. They could easily be in there. Even if you did decide to link summon instead. Oh, it's... Okay, sure, I guess it's hilarious I wasn't paying attention to his link summoning. Okay, sure, but... does that really mean they're not an option? Okay, I guess I got my ass destroyed in this one. But it doesn't mean that I don't doubt his deck has the ability to summon those. But alright, fine. I looked at his extra deck and those monsters aren't in there. Okay, alright, fine. That was just one player though. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, I'm going to make myself suffer again. Because we all know that I like pain. I mean, I don't actually, but I mean, that's debatable, to be honest. You might be like, oh right, dude, the video is over.